Hi, welcome. I did a test with some cheap mica powder and 5 different substances that I have in the house to see if I could actually paint like acrylic paint. So, who won? Stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. I am going to write down what I use. I've got 5 different mediums. Excuse me. So I've got polyacrylic, folk art, floating medium. Oops. And we've got Mod Podge. This is a super gloss. Super gloss. Folk art blending gel. And Liquitex gloss, medium, and varnish. Okay. And I used just this Pearl-Ex. It is True Blue. The number is 087 if you actually like this color and you want to incorporate it into your art. So my polyacrylic is just a Minwax, but I decanted into this container because I don't like opening those lids, because you have to use one of those special tools or screwdriver and a hammer to put it back on. Here is the Folk Art floating medium. The floating medium is apparently the base that folk art uses to make their paints. So it's just basically their paint without the color. At least that's what I'm told. Mod Podge is super gloss. And this is just stuff that I have on hand. I would like to find something else to try too, just to make sure that I get a good cohesion with the mica powders and the medium that I'm going to use. This is the blending gel. And then here is the Liquitex gloss, medium, and varnish. Now, with the polyacrylic, it's like water, and I had to use 4 of these scoops, and I'll show you about what I put in each container. This is less than a centimeter in the cup of the medium, and what I did was I just went in and I did about like that. So you can see it's just maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I'm sure that this is going to go a really long way. Here is the Folk Art blending medium, or no, floating medium, sorry. It's thicker, has more viscosity than the polyacrylic. I will say that the mica powders did not want to mix very well, so I had to spend a lot of time stirring this, and I see that it's not quite mixed up yet. And the Mod Podge is very viscous. I'm assuming that the Mod Podge is going to be my best bet, but we'll see. Here is the blending gel. This is less viscous than the floating medium, and you can see on the stick that the mica powder is still not mixed up very well in here. So what if I had floating medium or blending gel, I would put in just a drop, or I would mix alcohol with the, let's just do that really quick. If I can find my alcohol. Here it is. I just put a few drops in the cup there. This is 99% alcohol, but the marker's gone. And we'll try the floating medium because I have more of that. So I'm just going to take a little scoop here, and we will try to dissolve that. We use the stick since this was in the same base. So we're dissolving and now let's add just enough to cover that first ridge in the cup. Okay, so that will work for you if you want. So we'll have two tests of the floating medium, one with the base alcohol and then one with just mixing it into the blending medium alone. So I'll put that like that. And then the last one is the Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish. Viscous is probably comparable to the blending gel. Maybe a little more viscous than the blending gel. The Micas did mix really well in here, in that one. So let's get started. I've got 5 different brushes, and I've got a cup of water because everything here is water-based. So what I'm going to do is brush this on, see what kind of effect we get. And as you can see, makes it very transparent, and you don't get really good coverage there. So I'll put that in the water. Next one we will do is the Folk Art Floating Medium that was not mixed with alcohol first. It's also a transparent color. I'm not keen on this so far because I don't like the way it goes on. I'm going to wipe this off really good here, and then we will try this one that we mixed with just a tidge of alcohol. I'm assuming it's going to be the same, but I don't know if you can see this or not. There are little specks in here, so maybe I should have mixed this further. I don't know, but I'm going to bring this up close so you can see. There are little tiny specks along the edge. Can you see? I don't think it's going to show up. So now we're going to try the Mod Podge. Give it one more good stir for good measure. Well, I think this, so far, I like this best because I have more control with the thickness, the viscosity. You can lay it down in a very thin layer or thick layer. But then the test will be, once it's dry, will any of the micas wipe off? All right, now we have the blending gel. Give that one more quick stir. And I'll tell you, there's a, see this on the side of the cup? Can you see in here? It's not mixing. See that? So I think this is going to be a no. Let me get this paintbrush here. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like the results with that mica powder. It's still in flex, and I mixed this for a good 2-3 minutes, and it's still... So already I can tell I'm not going to like that one. And then here is the gloss varnish. This one is a hopeful for me. Just putting on a little thicker coat just to see what happens here. I think we would have to do several coats of this if we were going to try to brush this on. So let's see. Where's my torch? Here. Let's do a quick. Remove bubbles. And then we will let this dry, and we will do a wipe test to see if any micas come off. So we'll be right back. Okay, these are dry. Well, we know that didn't work. I was just about to take my paper towel, a cheap paper towel because it rips everywhere, and I was going to put it on and drag it down, right? Let's see if I can do this. And the result is that the blending gel is not based on, or made for painting. It's made to blend. But, all right, so dry, everything is 4 passes, 1 fail. I will show you something really quick before I do the next test, because I want to do it wet. Can you see this? It created a texture, and it flakes off. Okay, so now I'm going to, oops, what's my paintbrush? One sec. going to give my... Oh, I'm so sorry. My God. All right. Let me get situated here. Avert your eyes. I'll see if I can cut that out. I don't know how to do it in the video, in my video software, editing software. I got an old bottle, an old Windex bottle full of water, and I am going to spritz the paper towel nice and damp. I'm going to lay it on and see if anything comes up with it wet. Again, the blending gel came off, and where the polyacrylic dried in crusts, that came off. The other three are pretty clean. That's there. Clean. Except for these two. So 1 and 4. Alright, so now I want to just see really quick what a wet wipe will do. So I'll have to do this one in like 2 or 3 passes. So I'll get the first 3 here. Floating medium, smeared. Mod Podge did not. And now we'll see if the Liquitex Gloss and Varnish wipes off. We already know the blending gel is no good. Let me do that again. Okay, so there's the blending gel and the Liquitex. So what did I learn? What did we learn? Cheap mica powders may not be the answer. There is a floating medium will not work. If you're going to wipe it, it's going to come off. The Super Mod Podge work pretty good as far as, you know, stay power. Blending gel, no. Liquitex Gloss. Depends, I guess. I'm going to put an extra polyacrylic because I don't like the fact that it crazed like that or cracked. And this was the floating medium that I had mixed the mica powder in alcohol first before trying to blend it with that. So, what did I learn? Back to this. Mod Podge is the best with these 5 ingredients. Liquitex Gloss Medium Varnish. It works for this test. Now, if I were to want to create texture, I would go with the Liquitex Gloss Medium Varnish. And a specific brush. If I want to create texture with the Mod Podge, I'm going to have to figure out consistency as far as how much mica powder needs to go in. And I would have to have a specific brush if I was going to try to create some kind of texture with that. So I guess in my case, I'm going to say Mod Podge is the #1 winner because it has a more even consistency, a more even distribution of color, and the Liquitex Gloss Medium Varnish is #2, and the rest failed, so we won't even rank those. So there you have it. I think I've learned quite a bit from this little test here, and now I can go back and work on another piece. You're probably thinking, why doesn't she just put it back in resin and put it on? Well, the reason is because I want to control it. I want to find a way to be able to paint with that mica powder, because I had to fix something, and you'll see that in the next video. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you stopping and watching. And if you learned something along with me, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for subscribing if you already have. And we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.